Apple's messaging integration in iOS 10, however, is not just limited to stickers. There's a whole messages framework that allows you to build essentially pretty full apps within messages itself. And I'm just going to show you the very basics of how we do that here. So over in Xcode, let's create a new project. Got a single view application, and I'll call it iMessage app demo. All other settings the default. And here I'm really just going to show you the basics of how we set up an iMessage app extension. So we go to File, New, Target, and then as before, iOS application extension, and we want iMessage extension. Click Next. I'll call this iMessage extension. And you can see now we've got a few new files, but really two that are most relevant to us. A main interface storyboard with a Hello World label on it, and a messages view controller.swift file. So let's have a quick look through the messages view controller. You can see we've got our standard view did load and did receive memory warning methods. More relevant to the iMessage extension itself are the functions below. So here we've got will become active, which is essentially when the extension is about to be displayed. Then we've got did resign active, so when the extension goes into the background in one way or the other. Did receive a message, so this is when a message arrives, someone sent through your iMessage extension from another device. Did start sending, when the user taps send, so then you can interact with the message and add parts on yourself if you want. And then did cancel sending, if the user cancelled the sending, so you can clear things up and synchronize the database in your app if necessary to clarify that the sending did not happen. And finally, we've got will transition to and did transition to a new presentation style, such as going from portrait to landscape. So that's pretty much it. Let's just see what the default app looks like. So I'm going to run it. Make sure you've got the iMessage extension selected as your target, and then iPhone 6s, and you might as well run it in the Messages app, even though you don't need to, but you will need to load up the Messages app once you've run the extension anyway, so you might as well save yourself the extra step. And here we go. You can see a few tests that I've been doing here, and then if we bring up the apps, you can see right there, that is our Hello World app. You can see we've got a few other default apps, a couple of other tests that I've been doing as well. So the iMessage extension one is that one there, which then gives us our Hello World label that was created by default. So it's as simple as that to create an iMessage app extension. And from there, you're essentially free to create any app. So the idea is really that you create something that interacts with your main app, so say allows the user to share their progress in a game or forward a recent Facebook post or whatever it might be. The possibilities are really endless, as you can put whatever code in here you like and interact with past server, your core data storage, or your app in general. So have fun with it, and we're going to move on to see some of the other iOS 10 new special features.